Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Back again. What's up?
Welcome. What's going on, man?
Three Niggas Podcast.
Ain't
We
nothing,
back.
man.
Episode 3, nah I mean.
We back.
Three
What's
niggas.
good, y'all? How y'all been? How
Cold
y'all
world.
day?
It's like 12:15, man. They just start. Well, I woke up pretty early today. I mean, I've been chilling,
Yeah,
man.
me too. I was watching at Liverpool, but you know, Daniel Sturridge scored again.
Oh, the same dude from the game? Yo, tell me why I thought he was fake the whole time.
Nah, he's real.
What are y'all
He's Jamaican,
talking
so
about?
you know I gotta support.
Are we talking about soccer?
Oh yeah, I don't. No.
Nah, he's real.
Yo, but like,
Yeah, we know.
on the real, I don't really like follow soccer, but like I was watching like the World Cup recently, and like it's pretty cool actually, to be honest. Like, yo, soccer is like kind of dope. Like, it's not like a sport that I would like watch by myself, but like, cause I was watching it at work, cause like the games were like at 2 p.m. You know, so like I was watching it, you know, like my lunch break. So like,
Social.
and there's a lot of other like coworkers around, cause like there's a lot of soccer. I mean, isn't like soccer like the most popular sport like worldwide? But anyway,
It's the most popular sport on earth, man.
yeah, that's what I said. But so there's a lot of people watching with me, and like they get mad excited. So like it was just like cool and different to be in that environment. So like that made me like want to watch it more. But I don't watch soccer. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousins play it all the time.
Oh, word?
Yeah, bro. You gotta be like in OD shape to be playing it. Yeah, bro. You gotta be conditioned for that.
Yeah, you gotta run forever.
Mad running. OD.
Bro.
And like,
It's ridiculous.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Nah, you good, fam. You
Oh,
good.
what are you talking about? Alright. Nah, but I also don't get the rules, because like isn't the game like 90 minutes, but then like after like the 90th minute, like the refs just decide, hey, we're gonna add 5
You want me
minutes.
to explain?
I mean, sure.
Nah. Alright, so boom. So basically there is running time in football. So essentially at every stoppage, if there's like an injury, if somebody falls or there's a foul and it takes like 10 seconds to like say, yo, that's a foul, stop, free kick, then they add that time to the end. So at each half, all of that collected time is played out so that you can get the full 45 minutes per half you can out of a game.
But like, is that strategy like the best way to do it? Like, are the refs keeping track of all like the stoppage time? You know?
Yes,
what I'm
they
saying?
are.
Like, when they actually
Yes, they
stop
are.
it.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
each
'Cause,
main
like, I
ref,
just thought it was, like,
he
completely,
walks
like,
with like
arbitrary.
a watch, and at each stoppage, he clicks the time,
Yo, Devore.
and it like counts off.
A computer.
Well, I am a Macintosh. Yeah.
Oh, that was so corny.
What? Come on.
I am a Mac, y'all. Get out of here.
Give me a chance.
Devore.
He's
Devore.
I'm here.
Do you plan on finishing what you said, like explaining the rules to me? Because I didn't.
Oh. So boom. So it's
So-
45 minutes per half. So it's 45 minutes per half. There are two halves. If a player is injured or fouled, or if they score goals, then they stop the clock, or they keep a log of how much time it takes them to celebrate and reset. Then at the end of each half, that time is assessed. So you might have 1 minute of extra time, 2, 3, 4, or if it's like a serious injury, like 8 minutes. So the referee keeps a count on his watch. That's the time aspect of it. And other than that, the other major rule is offsides, which is kind of like cherry picking in basketball or being in the paint for 3 seconds. So as an attacker, you can't be behind the defense you can't be behind the defense before the ball is passed to you. So basically, like, you can't stand in front of the goalie and they pass you the ball, but the defenders are like 20 yards ahead of you. So you have to be in front of the defenders. So that's why you got to be really agile and quick and like a tactician when you're playing football. So Josh, so as you were watching, you probably saw people kicking the ball, and it's called a cross, where they kick it from one side of the wing into probably like the central area where the goalie is. So they're trying to cross the ball to get to their striker. And those are like the really major rules in soccer.
Yeah, I saw like a lot of
offsides.
Strikes.
Basically, it's like offsides and just the time.
And like baseball, man.
Nah,
Yo.
nah, bro. Baseball is a dead sport. I'd
Yeah,
rather
wow,
play
Wow,
soccer.
that's disrespectful. That's
1,000%.
disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
Anyways.
But
So,
it
yo.
is a sport that is dying.
Who here will watch baseball on TV?
I will.
You're bugging.
To be honest
See,
with
that
you.
shit is trash,
Yeah.
bro. Baseball is cocky.
Basura.
You know what it is
Al-
about baseball?
although
They
I will go
they
to a
don't- I
live
feel like
game.
They don't allow their players to have like identities. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand it's a team sport, but like you don't really see their personalities on the field or kind of off the field. To be honest, like their best player in the sport doesn't even speak. Like he barely speaks. Doesn't really have
Mike
interviews.
Trout.
Mike Trout, right? And it's like, yo, bro, I understand this is who you are. It's like basically the Kawhi Leonard of baseball.
Yeah. And he's so young too, though. He's like
And he's
25.
Like 20, 20, if that.
Yo, but what's
Yeah,
funny
son.
is that like I don't watch baseball, but like as a child, like I feel like every kid from the Bronx has like played baseball, like because when I was like 7 to like 10, I was like probably even younger than that. Like I played baseball and stuff like that, but I just don't like it. And also, what's funny is that I've been to like maybe like more or equal to Major League Baseball games as to NBA games, and that's because like like I was in like summer camp when I was younger, and like they always want to take the kids to like Yankee Stadium or to like a Mets game, blah blah blah. So like I've been to a lot of baseball games, and they're really boring, all of them.
Yeah. I
Bro.
think for me it's more like a family thing. My family, they Latino and stuff, so they basically I grew up watching baseball. I played Little League and all of that. Only issue I had was like I couldn't really hit that well, but man, I was dynamic on the field though.
Yeah, we was trash, bro.
Henderson.
Yo, I couldn't really like hit well, which is the whole point of baseball. But like I was really
Yeah,
good.
but at the same time on defense, I was elite, bro.
I was really good at giving them water and saying, "Hey, yeah, team, go."
Yeah, that was
Bro,
me. I was on the field.
I was the same way in high school, son. I played baseball in high school and I also played Little League, but in high school, like, it was me and like 18 Dominicans, and they called me Coco.
We
But,
sounded mad racist,
yo,
bro.
I couldn't hit for
Man,
shit.
prejudice.
I just want to
But-
say, as a Negus podcast,
I
we
played
are not
right
prejudiced.
field, and I was I played right field, and I was a beast in the field and like on the base pass, but I couldn't hit. And the one game that I actually got a hit in, we won. So
Facts.
Y'all sound like y'all trash, to be honest.
we were
Dang,
trash.
bro. Yeah, basically, we're trying.
Mad like Danny Almontes.
And at the time,
I don't even know
that's
who
when
you're
I
talking
started
about.
wearing glasses, so I couldn't
Oh,
really
boy.
play with my glasses on. So I had to. That's when I really couldn't see at all. Yo, you need this guy,
Oh my god.
You was a liability
Yeah,
on
man,
this
but Little League was
baseball
dope though.
OD. Now, imagine if I could see, I would have been an MLB right now. Sheesh.
Shit. I can't hear nothing.
One of 8 black people playing basketball. Baseball. Oh man.
But Josh,
Yo. I'm
yo,
listening.
J Rich,
Yeah.
I challenge you to go to an NYFC game.
What are you talking about?
Facts.
It's the soccer team. It's the soccer.
Oh, I think he was cursing at
It's
you,
the
bro.
soccer team that plays in the Bronx. I would suggest that you hit up Yusuf because he's like a season ticket holder. Like yo, hit up Yusuf and be like, yo, bro, I want to go with you to the next game. And yo, they drink, they party, they have a good time at the games, and actually being at a soccer game is more exciting than watching it.
Niggas play soccer in the Bronx?
Yeah, at Yankee Stadium.
They play
bro.
stickball, bro.
Bro.
What the fuck? Wait, are you sure, Devon, my nigga? Because I've been here all my life, never seen anybody play soccer.
Hilarious.
Bro, I took some of my students to like several games. Yes, it's there. Why don't you open up your laptop and go look at it?
I mean, well, my lap. Okay.
NYFC,
NYFC.
NYCFC, my bad. New York
What are
City
you
Football
talking-
Club.
Oh, God. Just give me the right information, please.
New York City Football Club. They're at NYCFC.
New York City football.
Yusuf got a tattoo of the logo Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Alright. Are these games free?
No, not free, dumbass.
He said, yeah, then I'm not going. You bugging.
I mean, but they're like 25 cash.
Nigga said 2
That's not
juice.
much. I mean, like,
Good times.
story time, but that's another time.
Thanks.
All right, so are we gonna actually get into like the meat of the cast, or we just bullshitting?
Yo, I mean,
But-
do whatever, son.
but,
What you want? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
All right, Josh. Jay Rich, whatever you want to go by.
Yo, chill out, Macintosh, DeVore, whatever.
All right.
Alright. So, one thing I wanted to like ask you guys opinion about. Are you guys aware of the text or the message or the email? I'm not sure how he sent them to this, but apparently Kevin Durant sent Chris Broussard some kind of message saying like, quote, "The guy you see now is the real me. The guy in OKC was the phony. I was just trying to please everybody." What you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Frank.
I can kind of see that because in his first few years in OKC, like he was really shy. I was trying to, say the right thing, be politically correct, etc., etc. And now his stint in Golden State, he's more vocal. He's talking to fans, cursing them out, responding to everything. So I could definitely see like he has a change in personality from both places. I guess you can say like, you know what, he's tired of the criticism and backlash of his decision. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to be vocal about it. I don't care what y'all say about me. Like I got 2 rings. Yeah, I said I wasn't a champion in OKC. I came here to be a champion. I got, 2 rings, became finals MVP twice. And people
Should've been
still, right, true. And it's still, people are giving me hate. And I mean, I don't understand how he doesn't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I get also where he's coming from. So at the same time, like, I don't know. And that's the thing with always being authentic. People, when you start acting a certain way, people are always going to expect that. Mm-hmm. And then when you act a completely different way, it's like, yo, who is this guy? I don't even know. Mm-hmm. So who's the real KD? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So wait, do you think he was a phony, or do you think he just changed, or like what?
I'm not saying he been a phony. I would say he just matured. He's more comfortable in his own skin now.
Yeah.
Before, you can tell he wasn't the type of person that was comfortable in his own skin. He cared what people said about him and all that. So he was just holding back from saying certain things that he would normally say.
Yeah.
Off record.
So like,
I would agree with that.
I would
agree with that.
Agree with you. Like, I wouldn't necessarily like say the guy in OKC was a phony, but like, he was young, whatever. So like now, like I think he's been in the league for like 10 years now, right?
Yeah.
So
going on 10.
Yeah, so like about 10 years, around that. He's established himself as one of the best players in the league. He got a couple rings. So, I just think he's matured, whatever. And like, I do think he's still sensitive though, because the fact that like he's responding to these people, it's showing that like it's bothering him, and like he does still care about like what people say, what people do, because like he is giving them his time to respond. Like Durant has been like on Twitter responding to this like to these fans, you know what I'm saying? So I still think he's sensitive. I'm not calling him like a bad person. I'm just, again, I just don't agree with that move he did. Honestly, I think it was the most cowardice move an NBA star
I
could've done.
believe that it's been 10 years in the league. He's grown up, and he saw how people that really allegedly cared for him and cheered for him, how they turned their back on him so quickly because he made a business decision.
Right.
And how it's all great when a team trades somebody, but when a player decides, you know what, I'm tired of being double teamed. I'm tired of the coach not listening to me. I'm tired of my teammate not listening to me. I'm tired of I'm tired of me putting my team in positions to win, and we can't close it because of whatever. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave. And then now all these people are showing their true colors. Like people that I said like was my man's. You over here calling me a traitor or a snake or whatever. Like CJ. Like that's some bitch shit that he did. Like, hold up, fam. So you gonna call me up on my private number? You gonna ask me to sit down for your show? You gonna get the ratings? And then 2 days later, you gonna call me a snake? Yo,
I think CJ was
fam,
trolling. Keep it a stack.
Don't troll me, nigga. Call me.
But like the gist is that I said that over 10 years he bled, he sweat, he worked his hardest for OKC, and the moment that he made a business for him when like the team got rid of James Harden, and now James Harden is going to be an all-time great.
Sure is.
And how it's business, but when he decides to leave, he's a cupcake, he's soft or whatever. I said that he
Sorry.
And then I said that he tried his best and he put his team in the positions to win over and over and over. And for whatever reasons, because of management, because of players, because of whatever, it never transpired as a championship. So he said, you know what? I'm tired of the double teams. I'm tired of the triple teams. I'm tired of my coach not listening to me. I'm tired of Russ not listening to me. I'm out.
No, bro.
So, but he's still sensitive. But at the end of the day, like, you're one person being cursed out by millions of people every day. Every day. Me knowing Josh or Jay Rich or whatever you go by, you're gonna have something to say.
Nah, I mean, so again, I can't say what I would do for sure because I'm not in that position. But to be honest, if I'm making my money, I would not care what anybody says about me. To be honest, bro. But
same. I don't care now, and I'm broke.
But word. But DeVore, like, I see what you're trying to do. Like, I understand that you trying to like make like Durant sound like he made like the best decision for himself, which he probably did. But honestly, my nigga, again, I still think it was the most cowardice move a superstar could have done, bro. Bro. He just lost to that team in the Western Conference Finals. That they were up 3-1. And they lost 3 straight. And how you the best, the top, one of the top 3 players in the league, and then not only do you go to the team that you just lost to in the Western Conference Finals, but then that team was the best regular season team in history.
Regular season team.
They went 73-9, and then you as a superstar, you joined them. Like again, it was the most cowardice move. Like, people gonna say LeBron did the same thing. I don't agree. We don't have to.
Yeah, it's 2 different things.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that right now. I mean, we could because whatever, but it's not the same thing, bro. LeBron did not go to the best team in history at all. Durant did. So Durant is soft, bro. Like, let's be honest.
I have a question.
Wait, hold on. Let me go.
No. I have a question. No.
Didn't Durant
I have a question. I have a question.
Make Twitter burner accounts talking about how, talking about his ex teammates in OKC, saying like, yo, Durant couldn't have won with those people, blah 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 blah.
And his coach.
Huh?
And his coach.
Yo, bro.
Okay.
Like, how you doing that? Like. How, bro? Like, you soft, bro. Like, I don't care. You're soft. Again, I'm not saying he's whack or anything like that, but just his personality, like how do you a teammate with them for years and then you make a fake account basically talking shit about them? I mean, for the whole world, that's crazy to me. So,
all right. I mean, all I was gonna say is, does the best team in the league usually mean that they were the champions of that year?
No, they lost that year.
Listen to what I'm saying. So the best team in the league at the end of each season is usually the champion, right?
Usually.
You can say that, yeah.
So then that means that Golden State weren't the best team. He could have went to Cleveland.
Okay, I see what you're doing, DeVore, but let's be honest.
I
best regular season team. That's what I'm saying. Like, best regular season team, not team overall. Best regular season team.
Wait,
how many teams in history has won 73 games?
73 out of 82, bro. Are you kidding me?
Listen, bro.
What are you arguing, DeVore?
I don't know. All I'm saying is that,
I don't know,
fam, I don't know what. Listen, all I'm saying is, man just did what's best for him, yo. So man's gonna live how he gonna live.
No, facts, I get that.
The way that he did certain things is a little childish, but we can't be judging. Listen. no shade and no disrespect, but we are learned people. We've studied, we've read, we've analyzed, we've done things like this. We're talking about men that play basketball, and that's all they do.
Yeah. Well,
so
not all they do. LeBron has proven different. My man.
All right. 1% of the NBA. Like we are really judging like these athletes like they're like neurosurgeons. Like let me see, honestly, the closest athletes that we can honestly take their opinion from matter are football players, because they're actually in school for three plus years. Half of them graduate, so like they're actually focused. I'm not talking about read, but
degrees,
yeah, bro. Just because you have a degree don't make you like a genius.
Bro, I got 2, and I don't think I'm dumb as hell.
I got my master's,
I'm not calling myself
and
smart.
I'll be doing dumb shit all the time, brother. Like
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devil. I don't know
comment.
what you arguing, but anyway, just to bring it back, all I'm gonna say is this.
Yeah,
I think
please. I'm out of
Durant.
here, man. Shit.
Look, I don't think Durant is a phony. I just think he's matured and like he's like more comfortable speaking out now. So instead of making a burner Twitter account, he just does it.
He's gonna tell you to your face.
Himself, exactly, blah blah blah. But I still think he is sensitive because I think deep down, Durant knows that move he did was mad soft. That's what I'm gonna say. To be honest,
in some of his interviews, I remember him saying that, when I won the first championship, I thought it was gonna bring me all this happiness and everything was gonna change.
Yeah.
And he ended up saying he felt the same. So it's like you can see that he kind of like it hit him like, winning the championship is not everything.
Man.
Like I still gotta go home. I still gotta deal with all these problems I have off the court and all that other stuff. So I think that's when it hit him like, man, life continues to happen no matter what. So I'm not gonna just be fake about it. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like, I'm gonna tell you that the sky's blue if it's blue. You know what I'm saying? So if you got something in your teeth, you got something in your teeth. So
yeah,
I definitely.
I don't know where I was going.
It's okay, man.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes you gotta play devil advocate, bro.
or try to play devil's advocate because she was wild.
Oh, right. And it's like,
Yeah,
Trey Songz
call me
have a better
Josh.
catalog than Usher.
Here
But
we
it's okay.
go.
We gonna
Yep.
keep going.
Come on. Yeah, I was tripping.
Yo, speaking of the GOAT, did y'all hear what Kareem said about that topic?
Nah, what do you say?
Yo, he did an interview. I don't know with who, but he said, quote, well, let's define GOAT. GOAT means greatest of all time. For the listeners, blah blah blah. But Kareem basically said these GOAT discussions are fun distractions while sitting around waiting for the pizza to be served. Blah blah blah. Then he said, he goes on to say, the reason there is no such thing as the GOAT is because every player plays under unique circumstances. We play different positions under different rules with different teammates with different coaches. Every player has to adapt to the circumstances and find a way to excel. This isn't Highlander. There can be more than one. What do you guys think about that?
I agree that there can be more than one.
Brilliant statements ever, and that's why this guy is the number 1 scorer in the league ever in history.
Ooh, yeah.
One of the smartest players ever to play the game.
Bro, he won 4 high school national championships, 3 NCAA championships. He would have won 4, but freshmen couldn't play back then. Limitations. He won 6 NBA championships, 6 MVPs, like gold medals, scoring champion, the most unstoppable mover in basketball. Played till he was like 53. And he gets no shine because he was reserved. He was quiet. He wasn't bombastic. He wasn't boisterous. And we got to look at each era. I feel as though every 10 years or 15 years there should be the best player of that time stretch because things change.
Yep. And let's not forget all the political stuff he's doing off the court as well, as far as Negro movement and so forth.
Yeah.
So this guy's definitely well read, well versed. He figured out life, man.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, hold on. So, a quick thing. So, if we were to go back in the annals of NBA basketball in the last, I say, since 1970, because I ain't that old, who were the best players for 15-year stretches who everybody said was the best player? Because I'm thinking Oscar, Kareem,
I kind of
Will,
wanted to say my input on the quote, but guess not.
Mike, LeBron. Oh, go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
Mac being Mac.
Go ahead.
Look, nah. I just want to give my opinion on that goat on that goat quote. Hey, go. I mean, as you guys said, it's a very logical statement. Honestly, it does make sense. Like when you think about it, like every player does play under different circumstances with different players and different eras. Things change, whatever. So what he said,
Different rules.
yeah, exactly. Like the rules change, blah blah blah. Refs change. So I think it's very logical statement.
Black people could play.
It's true, but the problem with like the quote I have is that it kind of puts an end to the discussion, and I don't want this discussion to end. Like I want a debate. Like it's fun. Like the GOAT debate is fun. Like half of the reason why we discuss this is because we have different opinions. We use different facts to like try to prove our point, and I want to keep discussing this GOAT thing. So I'm not gonna live by that quote you said because I think he's trying to insert himself back into a conversation where he was eliminated from like years ago. Because as you guys said, he's a great player. He is the leading scorer, NBA leading scorer, and he's held that place for decades. But yet no one talks about him. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
People talk about him.
Well,
And here's my
no one
rebuttal
talks
to
about him
that,
as the
Josh.
GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
no
they
one
do.
from our
Yes, they
generation
do.
talks about him as the GOAT. So
It's because we're ignorant. It's because we're ignorant.
that,
but
and because
older
we
players
never
and
seen,
players
him play.
talk about
It
Kareem.
kinda makes me mad.
Exactly. Like we never like seen him play live, or like if we ever do see him play, is like a clip. Like so. But yeah, but like.
And here's my rebuttal to that, Josh,
What
because
up?
I don't think he's doing that because his first statement was saying that this is the argument you have when you're like waiting over pizza or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he understands that we're all gonna still discuss who the GOAT is.
Yeah.
But I think he just put it in perspective like, hey, obviously you guys are gonna discuss who you think is better than who, yada yada yada. But there's no one right answer to this question.
Yeah. There's not
So I think
I think it goes by your definition of like how you define the greatest player of all time, because like as you said, there's not going to be total agreement in the world of who the GOAT is because that topic is very subjective. As I said, like we all have our opinions, and we have those opinions based on facts and based on what we see and how we define GOAT. And people can define GOAT in different ways. Like, do you think the greatest of all time should have the most points? Do you think he should have the most steals? Do you think he plays the best defense? Do you think he should be like the most all-around player? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like the most rings, which I hate that argument. Like, I hate when people be like, oh, he can't be the
Robert
greatest of all
Horry
time
is the
because
GOAT.
he doesn't have five rings. Well, like Bill Russell has 11 rings, and again, no one talks about him being the greatest of all time either. So like, stop.
He played when there
Stop
was
with
like
that ring
12
quote.
teams.
Like-
They had like 8 All-Stars. Like, come on. The Celtics played. Those Celtics,
Okay,
They play with
again,
18,
but that's the
you know.
ring.
He was like the only
that's the
like
ring
one
argument.
of
No
three
one-
black people nominated.
Yeah.
All these white people.
Yeah, like that ring argument to me is so dumb. Like Robert Horry has like 7 rings, which is like more than Kobe. So is Robert Horry better than Kobe?
Yes.
yes.
All right, sound good. And like Charles Barkley has no
Assholes.
rings, but like he's like one of the best power forwards of all time in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, like I just hate that ring argument. Like when people bring that up, I just stop debating with them because I know like I'm gonna waste my time. So I just stop. Like, oh, okay.
But
What?
we can say is that it's a good caveat in an argument to have. It's not the
Nah,
compelling argument, but it is. I mean, if a person has so many chances to win a ring and they don't, then like it's like a knock on the belt. I mean, look at Jerry West. He went to 9 finals and won 1, and was the MVP in one that he lost, but he's still the logo, even though that needs to change. Like,
yeah, but
the point guard for Bill Russell, he dribbled with one hand his entire career, and they won championships. So,
I'm getting back to that fucking Celtics shit, for Showtime. We back.
we back.
But listen, the GOAT, there's many GOATs. There's 3-headed GOATs.
Let me see, honestly.
What?
It's like the 4 horsemen in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's like the 4 horsemen. Like we got MJ, we got LeBron,
Many
Are you
GOATs.
on-
we got
I'll tell you
Curry
something,
GOAT. We got
my man.
Nah, I'm just happy to see y'all,
Oh,
man.
man.
You got
this
like
is
a good
pure
night's sleep,
dopamine.
bro? Like, yo, what's good?
I got sleep, I guess, a little bit. I'm not working. I thought I was gonna have to work, but I ain't have to work.
I mean,
you know
I like
what?
that.
Listen, I just feel as though there are multiple goats.
Yeah, that's three-headed
it.
goats.
Like the greatest of all time. Like there are multiple times in basketball history. There are errors. Sorry.
Nah, but you're not. No, but like, nah, like I get what you're saying or trying to say. I don't I mean, whatever. Like, yeah, like there are different eras in the NBA. So like again, like we can't say for sure. Like, would Jordan would he have been as dominant if he was on a different team? And like, there's not gonna be one GOAT because like there's just a lot of different factors. And again, the GOAT it's based on your definition. Like, how do you define GOAT? So for example, DeVore, like, let me ask you.
Yep.
How do you define GOAT? Like, what do you think the greatest of all time needs to have to be considered the GOAT?
I feel like he has to be a winner, no matter what. I feel as though to be the greatest in a competitive sport, in any competitive sport, you have to have won something. You can't just say I'm the greatest and we ask you, so have you ever made it to the playoffs? Nah. So in 82 games, you couldn't win 42 games to get your team to the playoffs. Okay, boom. So you got your team to the playoffs.
Boom.
Did you ever make it past the first round? Nah. And that was Melo in his early career. He could not get his team past the first round. But it's like, all right, boom. Can your team make it to the finals? Can you take your team to the finals? You have. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. You are a transcendent player that brings a group of 11, 12, 13 guys to the promised land. And that's a tough task in itself. Sometimes you may not win, but you are a consistent figure in bringing people to a place where people never get to. And that's where it's like, okay, this guy is something special. Like Melo, he will never be a type of greatest player. He is a great offensive player. We all know that. We watched him dunk on Paul Millsap in game 1. And he said, "I'm back." And me and Josh was like, "Where'd he go?"
But yeah, back from where, bro? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm back.
You know.
Okay,
So you know, like, you know, so it's just like that.
So what you're saying is that to be a GOAT, like, you need to have at least like one ring. Is that what you're saying? Because like you got to be a winner. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but again,
At least one. At least
yeah,
one.
I mean, I get it. I guess like, I don't know. I just don't like to consider like these whole ring, like the whole ring concept, because like things happen, bro. Like
Yeah.
like
Teams could be stacked for no
Exactly.
reason. Like
Like-
now, I can't win a championship.
correct. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
And yet LeBron found a way.
Bro, that was straight luck, bro. Let's not. That wasn't luck.
Here we go. Listen, sometimes in sports, it's better to be lucky than good, and that's what Charles Barkley said.
Look,
It's better
all
to
I'm
be lucky
saying
than good.
is that Michael Jordan never faced
And that's
any
okay.
team
I'm not
like
saying
the Warriors.
right.
That's
and
all
I
I'm
agree.
saying, and that's
I
true.
agree. And even the whole Golden State Warriors will tell you they lucky.
That's all I'm saying. Like who, like bro, Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, like Draymond Green, like who plays killer defense and who gets in your head, and that matters. Like Draymond Green, whom like I personally don't really care about, but like he does a lot of like the intangibles, like the things that like don't get like put down on paper, like on stats, whatever. Like he does a lot of important things. You know what I'm saying?
That's intangible, Josh. Yes, we know.
All I'm trying to say is just back to this GOAT thing, is that you're saying they need to be a winner, which I do agree with, but as I said, the GOAT is talking about one player, and sometimes one player can't beat a great team. You know what I'm saying? And like
But
oh my
he
god,
already has.
but he never beat the Warriors with Durant on them. That's what I'm saying. And like I can't see a team doing that. Like the Rockets got really close. You know what I'm saying? And like I hoped they would have won, but again, you mean Chris Paul got injured, whatever, blah blah blah. But again, like all I'm saying is that the Warriors are a great team, and like this whole GOAT thing and being a winner, like yes, they have to be a winner, but I just urge people to consider like the context of winning, because like a great player can't always beat a great team 4 times out of 7. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we know.
And speaking of context, we're gonna move on.
Sound good?
How do you guys feel about Dak Prescott's comments about the national anthem, stating that he never protests during the anthem and that he believes a football game is no time or place to be doing so? I don't have the direct quote, but it almost sounds like he's siding with Jerry Jones on it. You know what I'm saying? That the players must fall in line.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Bro, wait, hold
Whose
on.
man's is that, fam?
Let me give you an exact quote, because he
thank
said 2 quotes. The first quote was like the problematic one, and then like the second one, like he tried like to bring it back, but like not really. But anyway, the first thing he says when he was asked about protesting, he was like, "I never protest. I never protest during the anthem, and I don't think that's the time or the venue to do so. The game of football has always brought me such peace, and I think it does the same for a lot of people. A lot of people playing the game, people watching the game, and people who have any impact on the game. So when you bring such controversy to the stadium, to the field, to the game, it takes away. It takes away from that. It takes away from the joy and the love that football brings a lot of people." That's the first quote he said.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
He is a good old boy.
yeah.
Go ahead,
And
go ahead.
but then in his defense, well, not in his defense, but the second quote, I mean, I don't really have that quote, but he basically was trying to say he didn't think, like, he wasn't trying to say that there's no social injustice and that he doesn't protest like at all. He's just saying that the football game, and when you're at a football game, like, it's just not the right place to do it. Like, he was just trying to bring that point home. That's, I mean, I guess, but as you said, I think he a good old boy. I think he's, he's like, he's falling in line with what Jerry Jones said, because, let's be honest, he's a starting quarterback, he's the football player. Football players' careers are not long, so like he wants to take advantage of the time he has now. So he doesn't want to say anything, that Jerry Jones might not agree with, or that might get him benched, or that's going to cost him any sort of like playing time. So I think he's just saying what he has to say, and I think that's just. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I guess from a business aspect, I mean, I guess it's smart, but I don't agree with what he's saying.
All right, boom. That's it. Moving on.
Okay.
That's it. He is the starting quarterback of "quote unquote" America's team. His owner is Jerry Jones. He is a man of color. He wants that starting spot. He's a good old boy. Jerry said, "Come here, boy.
Yep.
Let me tell you something."
Let me tell you something.
And he gave him what he needed to hear. He said, "Fall in line or fall out." So he said, "You know what? I'm not gonna mess this up." As you said, Jay Rich, I ain't gonna mess this up. I'm a starting quarterback. I got the advertisements. I got the endorsements. That's it. And we'll look back on this and we'll be like, his peers are the ones who are gonna really see him in that light. So
yeah.
Once he goes to another team and you're gonna hear, like there's trouble with the quarterback and you're gonna know why. Because like the brothers that are really down for this cause, I'm like, nah, he ain't with us.
Exactly. Like I think it's like I personally think it's important to stand up. Well, in this case, to kneel in solidarity. Like, come on, bro. Like, how you gonna come out and say I never protest? It's not the right. It's not the right place to do so. Blah blah blah. Like, come on, son. Like, I think.
Like who? Who are you hurting?
Like the NFL, like I like football and all, but like that's a real problem, son. Because like, are y'all aware that the NFL is like they're like taking back their policy about the national anthem? Because remember they said that no one can like kneel on the field, whatever. But like if you want to protest, you can just stay in the locker room, right?
In the locker room, right.
But they're changing that. Like, recently, like, there was, like, we're going to reconsider this, right? Blah, blah, blah. And that's how this whole Jerry Jones thing came back up, because he's going, like, rogue now. And, like, he basically said, like, his players are required to stand for the anthem, and they are not allowed to stay in the locker room prior to the game. That's what Jerry Jones
That
is
is-
saying. So like, yo, like, what are you doing, bro? That's crazy. Like, I think.
And they also just recently they also said that they're gonna put a hold on that rule because it breaks their constitutional rights.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, come on. Like, I have a problem with me kneeling. Like, I'm not doing, like, yo, son, like, they hate us when we talk, they hate us when we stand,
Right.
hate us when we sit.
I
Like,
mean-
we can't do nothing, son. That's a problem.
I mean, my whole take on that thing is like one word, man: integrity.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I understand. Sometimes you want to protect your money, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's not about the money, man. It's about the honey. How
man.
can
My
you?
man.
How can you sit there and then say such crazy things like that? I'm not saying he believes it. I'm not saying he doesn't. But man, I just can't agree with that. And also to bring it full circle about NFL game blurring out Colin Kaepernick's name in the Big Sean and YG's record. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, yo, that's in Madden, right?
Yeah, Madden.
Yeah, I haven't bought a Madden game in years, so I don't support him. I don't support that at all. That's crazy. Like, do we know why they did that, Frank B?
Because
okay.
he's Colin
Why,
Kaepernick.
man? I mean, okay, well, I was looking for like the real
That's.
reason.
I mean, honestly, that's the real reason.
Yeah.
Like, so
They're just not trying to give
boom.
him any type of recognition at all.
I got you.
My man.
All right, so boom,
All right,
check
boom.
it.
So, you remember back in the day,
Back
like
in
on
the day,
Dreamcast and PlayStation, like when there was multiple football games,
Wait, what?
like NFL 2K,
yeah.
Quarterback
Blitz,
Club,
yeah.
and some games on Blitz and all that.
Blitz.
So the NFL is a conglomerate.
Ooh, good word,
so what
baby.
they did
Say
was
one more- say
they
one more
bought
time.
out all of the rights conglomerate. So what they did was they bought out all of the other games' rights, so that there was one standalone football game that has access to players' faces, likeness, etc., etc. So anything that's on Madden, it has been okayed or not okayed by the NFL. So the NFL, since they blacklisted Colin Kaepernick, they decided to try to do the same thing until it was picked up real quick. Like, hold on, why is this man's name not in a song? It's not a curse word. It's just his name.
But they're treating it like a
So
curse
the
word.
NFL,
Like,
exactly,
crazy.
because they brought,
that's crazy.
it's the NFL, man. It's the no fun league. It's the no fun
Oh,
league.
my man.
It's the
I never
Negus
heard that before,
Club.
son. Thank you.
Shout out to J&J.
Yeah, it's word. It's just,
that, me?
bro. Bro, son, like the NFL is just not like I don't even watch football like I used to. Even though I really enjoy watching football,
Me
it's
too,
just not
man.
enjoyable.
Like,
Yeah, I started watching it when Mike Vick got out the league.
oh, word? So, like, wait,
Well-
y'all don't watch, like, Sunday night football, Thursday night football? Nah?
Nope.
Damn. See,
Yeah.
like, oh, so you do, Mac.
Occasionally, like if I get a
well, like-
chance, like if it's a team. Listen, I only watch black quarterbacks: Cam Newton, Russell, and black
Solidarity,
coaches.
baby.
Like that's pretty much it. Like,
But, like, see, so, like, I don't know, man, because, like, I really like
Mm.
watching football, but, like, just, like, these things going on with the league, man, like, I kind of feel guilty watching it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but, like, should I feel guilty for, like, watching the NFL? Nah.
I don't know. That's something you gotta take up with yourself, player.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
thanks,
man,
friends.
integrity.
Appreciate you.
I mean, I can't tell you what to watch and what not
No,
to watch.
but I'm saying,
I
give me.
mean-
I'm not telling you.
I mean-
tell me what to do. I'm just saying, give me your insight. Like, what do you think? Would you feel bad?
You gotta go with your gut feeling. So if you feeling some type of guilt, then you feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like something is bothering you that you're sitting there watching this game.
Alright.
I'll be honest. If I feel like watching the game, I'll watch.
Alright,
the
my
game.
man. Thank you.
Alright?
Because like, yo, like, cause like I like Sunday, like I like when waking up Sunday in the afternoon and then like maybe ordering some wings, pour me a cup of the brown sugar and then just chilling
Mad
back.
napkins.
You feel me? Like just like and like
Mad Paul Masson.
yo, all the Henny you already heard.
Shout out to Duce.
Oh yeah, but I don't got Duce money. You feel me?
Yes, you do.
Give me $5.
That's all I ask for it. I don't ask for much. $5 add up.
Yo, but let me get that collection plate going around. Yo,
Go to
bro.
church.
Yo, at Sam's Club, they got like a liter of wine for like $10, dog. Riesling too, boy. That sweet stuff. I like that. But
What's
cool.
a Riesling?
Riesling is like a white wine, generally from Germany or Austria, and it's like sweeter.
Wine sound good.
Right.
I just started this when I was, but like when I was back in Brooklyn, like the stores around me, since they were gentrifying, they had like this liquor store, and inside I was like, oh, wines, and it was like wines from everywhere. So I was like, you know what? Let me try something. And it was back when the shorty, my other shorty was there, and have some date nights, things like that,
man.
and buy some like.
You got two
wine and
shorties?
shit.
That's what's up.
I feel you, baby.
Nah.
The more the shorties and stuff.
You gotta set him up. Try to
Nah.
listen to the pod, boy.
She ain't gonna listen to this.
Oh man, you're not gonna support? That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
anyways,
word.
but yeah,
Bring it-
Just
Josh,
stop talking before you get in
Josh,
trouble.
Bringing it back to the pod.
chill.
Talking about sweetness.
But Josh, try some Riesling wine from either Austria or Germany.
Alright.
You'll
How do you
like
spell
it.
that?
And it's like RIESLING Riesling.
Shout out to Google.
That's what Google, nigga. I just picked up the bottle. You heard? Anyways, what's next? Fucking hate y'all.
I know we talked about Tekashi last week, and he's back in the news again.
Oh my man.
This time,
gotta keep his image up. Feel me, baby? Gotta keep relevant.
at this time, it's not good, fam.
What's going on, man? Tell me.
So allegedly, he's apparently he's being considered a child molester because he's been accused of molesting a child.
Wait, yeah,
Or-
wait.
Good job.
I heard, I heard. Wait. Ain't he get in trouble because like he posted like a lewd video of like a 13-year-old like girl like giving head to him or like his friend like
Whoa.
like that's why he was on probation, right? That's what I
I
thought.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
have
And
no
then
idea.
I heard that. Well, to continue with what Frank B was saying, like now they won't like. I think he violated that, right? Because like, so like I think the terms of the probation, because like he was going to go to jail, but you know when you make a deal, whatever, you get probation, I guess. And I think part of that probation was him like not getting arrested like at all. And like him not joining a gang or whatever, but like I think he violated that probation, and that's why like the prosecutors want him to go to jail now. That's crazy.
I think a while back I watched his interview on the Breakfast Club, and he was saying that the reason why he agreed to that is because he didn't want to go to jail. So
Yeah.
he didn't have the money for the lawyers or something like that. So he agreed to this plea that he would register as a sex offender, I believe, and
Damn.
then he won't have to go to prison or something along those lines. And I think now that something came back up where he violated that probation. Yeah.
Because he got arrested, I think last year because like he like choked like a fan or some shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah, so you know, yeah. So that's why he violated
He's on
that
his Chris
probation,
Brown
and
shit.
now the prosecutors, they want him to go to jail, bro.
No, that's what they want. All those little black and brown kids that can't afford anything to just be in jail.
Well, Tekashi can.
That's another topic for another day.
Can he-
Jesus Christ.
Can't he afford like a lawyer now? You know what I'm saying? Like he got like 1,000 chains with like Jigsaw's face on them now, and like the rainbow teeth as well. So like I think he could afford lawyers now. So he better get the
but
best
it's too late.
representation,
Yeah,
baby.
I mean, it's too late. He already pleaded, so that's already on his file.
Yeah. Oh no, but like I'm talking about now, cause like what's gonna happen now? Like, do they have to have like another hearing for him to go back to jail, or like can they argue for him not to go back to jail? Like I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Oh.
I just don't give it. Honestly, I just don't care about him.
Respect it. I respect it.
Alright.
But can we move on to some like better rappers?
Oh, like me, my man.
Some bars.
J. Cole?
Jermaine.
Man,
Cole.
how y'all
Jermaine.
feel about his freestyle?
Cole World. Oh, album of the year.
Bruh.
And I have to
Cole
say,
World,
that's
album of the
the
year.
boy
Oh.
right there.
Yo, J. Cole always giving me something good for my soul. Like, I listen to that, I'm just like, cold world.
No blanket.
Bring a jacket. Pass some Timbs, fam. We here. For the dog dance. Franklin, you listen to it. You are the like the resident hip hop head. Tell us what you think about it, Frank.
Word. Go ahead, Frank.
Man, all I can say is bars, man. This guy's bars is off the chain, bro. Like, he's always giving you substance, and I think that's like one of my favorite things about J. Cole, man.
Substance, yeah.
Like, he keeps it relevant and still, you know, like, makes you look up stuff like, yo, what does that even mean, bro? What are you talking about?
Yo, what are you doing? Who's ever making that crackling noise?
Property boy, he's always eating.
But that was me, man. I got some almonds.
Oh my god!
Keep my body
Yo,
right.
we spoke about
What are you
this,
doing?
bro. Stop eating in the mic, bro.
Yo, son.
Yo,
I'm not eating in the mic. It's my headphones you hear, not the actual audio.
Nigga got the first week it was an apple, last week it was some Doritos, and now it's some almonds.
But facts though.
But yeah,
Back to Cole
Anyway,
World.
back to J. Cole. Yeah, nah, yo, Frank, I agree. Yo, he's always giving us substance, bro. And I be looking up words he be saying, like, word, this mean that, and just like the way he uses words are like I already know, like, and just like just like the theme, like the themes that he talks about, like they're important, like they matter, and like it's just cool how he can make things that like are so important just like flow and like the melody and like and make it rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Like his music always has a message, and that's what I love about J. Cole. You know what I feel me?
Same.
Like
Same.
that's dope. And like again, like he's rapping in the era where like everybody don't care about the lyrics anymore. You know, like people just like to hear about like the beat and just want to like dance and blah blah blah. So like
Right.
you know, like I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves or the attention that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he does.
really? I mean, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Because
He does.
his name is
He
always
definitely
synonymous
does.
with Kendrick's and you know.
yeah, I guess
People
nowadays,
that always
yeah.
give you, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think for a few years now, to be honest with you.
Huh?
Like, he's always
What?
been considered like one of those top tier rappers.
It's been like this for a minute now, since probably about 2013, 2012.
Kendrick and Cole have always been the top lyricists, and Drake's just been like the, you know, just the, I say the hit maker.
Yeah.
Because when Drake wants to go, he can go.
That's true.
But he understands what latches on in society and music and what happens. So it's like, you know, Cole takes his time and he'll always come back and drop some sleepy rap bars, but they're bars that you really gotta digest.
Yeah, but like,
And
sorry, guys. Yeah.
no, go ahead.
Nah, but like you were saying, like, you know, like Drake is like known for the hits, and I agree. But like, shouldn't music that has like a positive message or just any message, you know, like I guess woke music, or like, I don't like that term woke, to be honest, because whatever. But like intelligent music, like shouldn't that music also like be hits? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. Like that's why I said that like J. Cole doesn't get like the attention or the respect that he deserves, or like Kendrick either, because like they should be getting more. Like just so intelligent, and like I don't know.
This is America. This is America.
America.
See, Kendrick and Cole, they'll drop a project once every couple years, and then they'll just go off and do their thing. But meanwhile, Drake, he'll drop a project, and it'll breathe life for an entire cycle until he drops another project. Like his catalog is so diverse.
Who, Drake?
Like his catalog is so diverse that he just is always relevant. Listen, look at In My Feelings, that wasn't a hit record. It just took one person to start dancing to it. It goes viral, and now everybody wants to hear that record. Like when I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, okay, this song's alright, not bad." But then after niggas was dancing and going crazy, I was like, "Yo, this song go off. This song is hitting." Like, and then like Drake's like, "Well, if we got a hit, let's push this hit." Like Hotline Bling wasn't a real hit, but I don't know how it took off. the video, the memes, that made it skyrocket.
Yeah.
He had a Super Bowl commercial for that. You know how much money he probably got paid for that? He had a Super Bowl commercial off his video for his music video from his song Hotline Bling.
Yeah.
He probably got 10 mil off that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe 5.
I mean, shout out to
So, he just does a great time at curating music that lasts until he drops his next project. Like, that's why he's worth over $100 million now. He's only 30.
But yo, speaking of Drake, son, like y'all saw those the 2 videos, the In Your Feelings and the Nonstop video?
Bro. I love the In My Feelings video. Like, Drake needs to go back to acting. He also has a lot of tattoos, low key.
Word, yeah, on a low.
That's just a great video for New Orleans, and he does a real good job at pubbing up the places where he's using their music or their tempo or their flow. Like, he's saying, he's saying, like, he's so diverse with his music because he is from a city where everybody's culture is infused in just a regular daily life. Like, he's from Canada, Toronto, where there's Jamaicans, Trinidadians, everybody's from the Caribbean, everybody from like the Philippines, South Asia. You got Europeans, you got French, you have British. Like, Toronto is such a diverse, multicultural city. Whenever we say that, oh, he's culture vulture, it's not that. It's just that if it's like for us in the Bronx and like Brooklyn, like we grow up around Mexicans, Dominicans, Haitians, Jamaicans, whites, and we all take from everybody's culture. Italians, Polish, Russians, like we all take from like everybody's culture, and it's New York. But when a rapper is doing the same thing because of what he's been exposed to, and his father's from Memphis, Tennessee, so he got that southern hit. Oh, he's taking the sound. Like, nah, like when he went to see his father, this is what he was listening to, some old hits. And when he went to play with his cousins were fucking bumping, fucking who's from that spot? What's his name? He's from 3 6 Mafia.
Juicy J.
Yeah, so Drake is just so diverse with his music. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
He's the hit maker. I don't know where I'm going anymore.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yo, to be honest, I stopped listening to you a long time ago.
you are a real friend. You're a real friend.
Yeah, niggas is hilarious.
I can always count on you, Josh.
Yo.
I was talking about music, nigga. Talking about the music.
Talking about
Typical dude.
Memphis. Talking about Juicy J. What are you saying, son?
Yo, just give me a chance, bro. Just let me live. Let me explain.
You're not. I'm let you talk. That's why I just let you talk and just tuned you the hell out.
I respect. Yo, what's next, man? I'm off this. I'm lost.
Yeah, let's move on to the mental health aspect. Niggas and their mental.
Yo.
Mental health is wealth.
Word, you damn right. Yo, but let me tell y'all something though. Like, well, not something. And I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, yo, this week when I was in the gym, right? I dropped my phone on the floor, right? And I was like, yo, fuck it. It'll be alright, blah, blah, blah. And then I forgot it was on the floor, and then I dropped the weight on my screen. My man, dude. So I'm like, I'm just looking down at it. I'm like, fuck, I know I made a mistake. So I take the weight off. My screen is cracked. I mean, like it's all cracked. Like it's all fucked up, right?
Do you still have
my
your
man?
phone,
I'm
bro?
looking at my phone right now. But see, yo, this is what I want to talk about. This is gonna lead into the mental health section. So I'm looking at my phone. It's hella cracked, right? But like it still works. Like I can still see the words on my phone. I can still text. I can still look up things, right? So like I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, the first thought is like, like fuck, I did something wrong. I made a mistake, blah blah blah. Second thought was like, damn, I'm gonna have to buy a new phone. I'm like, fuck, I don't got money for this. I don't really want to. So for the people that don't know me, I still have a Note 3. Yes, I have an Android, and it's the Note 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. We up to like the Note 9 now, right? Whatever.
For real? You got no.
Yeah, bro. So like, as long as the phone does what it needs to do, like, as long as I can call people, text people, I can go on the internet and like research stuff. I don't need all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like, cause like, what more like what new features is like, you know, like the Note 8, Note 9 really gonna have that differ from one another? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, to me, it's a way just to spend more money, and like, I'm good. But like, the point of that just was to share like we live in a generation, a society where people always want like the latest things. Like, they want to be up to date with everything. Like, they want the newest technology, blah 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 blah. Yeah, you know. So like, what do you like? How do you think that like just affects us? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about that? Like, we like are addicted to having like the latest things, and like I try hard not to be. As I said, I have the Note 3, and my screen is currently fucked up right now. Like, I'm looking at it like it's fucked up, but it still works. It gets the job done, and like, I do not plan on buying a new phone unless this phone stops working, and it's getting close to that. I mean, you know, like, yeah, you know, it's getting real close, but you know, it's not there yet. So like, you know, like, I don't need to buy a phone every 6 months, every year, which is why I think Apple is a scheme. Like, your iPhone users, like, y'all be buying a phone every 6 months because your iPhone 8 or iPhone like.
So is Android.
No. What would you mean?
Android comes out with a phone every year. Android comes out with a phone every year. That's you, but there are people that upgrade every year.
Give me a second
bro.
to finish my statement.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Y'all be buying new phones because y'all phone be like breaking down mad quick, and I think that's the scheme. Like, that's why they come out with new phones every 6 months, because they know y'all shit gonna break down, they know y'all shit gonna slow down, and they know you gonna want this new shit. So that's why I like you know, like just like we slaves. Well, yeah, I don't want to say that because that's kind of like, yeah, blah blah, but like, yeah, but like, you know, yeah, but like, just addicted to just technology, and like always want the latest thing. But anyway, I wanted to ask y'all, like, how y'all, like, what do y'all think about that, and how do you think it affects us?
Who do you want to go first?
I don't care, just talk.
Frank, go ahead.
My man.
All right, for me, I want to preface this by saying I have a iPhone 6. Yeah, I'm not never the person that, like, because growing up I never could afford, you know, my mom didn't have that bread to afford anything like that, so I've always kind of took care of my things and made sure that I knew it was gonna have to last me a while before I'd be able to get a new one. So I always like took care of my things. And as far as the social media or technology thing goes, I understand, like, yo, this is probably one of the greatest inventions that we've had, and detrimental at the same time, because we are a society that's so addicted and what's the word? Use it for dependent. There we go. Use it for everything that we to do in life. So our phone's literally attached to our hand. And me, I'm conscious of. I'm the type of person, I learned this in 5th grade, of living in the moment. Like, when people go on vacation, they always want to take pictures and show people that they're on vacation. But I've never been that type of guy. Like, I've learned to always, like, just actually be there. You know what I'm saying? Of course I take pictures, but not like how people do.
Not
like,
anymore.
Recording everything and being in the club, making sure, like, people gotta know what you're doing. Like, I grew up in an era where you know, you want to be incognito in a sense, like, have a sense of mystery to you. And
my man.
Well, right, but not anymore. But me, I still try to keep that mysterious about myself, because I feel like it's more genuine. So when people get to actually meet me, it's like, oh, this is a breath of fresh air. So I always try to express to people, like, yo, live in the moment. There's no face-to-face interactions anymore. Yo, people, men that my friends sometimes, like, yo,
niggas ask
go talk to
girls
this girl.
Snapchat
Oh, nah,
and
wait.
numbers, bro.
Then
I
they
was
go
like,
home,
yo,
like,
where
oh,
they do
somebody
that
give me her
at?
I mean,
Instagram.
I
Like, yo,
personally
bro, you was
just
just
don't
in the spot with
understand.
her.
Like, yo, like,
why don't you go
people
talk to
don't know
her?
how to have a conversation.
Exactly, that's kind of trash.
Like, yo, like, that's why, like
Snapchat,
I think
they don't ask for their
us doing
numbers.
this
Like,
is
that's so
important as well,
backwards.
because, like,
So
we're like, yo, we're just sitting back and we're just talking, and like, I feel like conversing,
Conversation.
not conversating,
Crazy.
because that's not a word. People conversing
Shout out.
has become a lost art. Like now.
Oh yeah.
Now it's like vintage to like just sit down and like talk, and like that's kind of like sad. Like, bro, like let's just sit down, let's have a conversation, and people and like and face to face, as you said, Frank. Like people don't people don't know how to do that. Like they're always hiding behind their screens. Oh yeah, like whether it's their phone screen, their laptop screen, their tablet, whatever, blah blah blah. Like
face to face, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just think it's it's a shame, but yeah.
I agree with y'all. I agree with y'all, and I think that's why we all friends here.
Negus.
Back to that whole same phone thing. You sound like Cam, because Cam,
Shout outs.
he is a Korean father.
What? Yo, you mad
if you want to
racist,
get
bro.
rich, yo, man. No.
Prejudice.
And like when I say that, I mean that, yo, he is very money conscious. He's very like, nah, I don't need that. He will rock. I mean, listen, if he could rock a flip phone, he would. But anyways,
Yo, my mom
back
still
to,
has like those
the thing.
like that slide up phone.
hold on, fam.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like comment.
It's my turn. Hey, no, nigga, it's my turn.
Oh, my fault.
Nah, honestly, like, we are friends for a reason. I mean, like, I only update my IG whenever I got some milestone with my girlfriend. Other than that, I barely post anything. I'm the worst texter. I'm the worst caller. Like, I don't like having my phone on me all the time because people is like, yo, I don't need this. Like, I only take pictures for my girl because she likes pictures and things like that, so I take pictures. But other than that, I just be moving. Like, you won't know anything about me until I see you again in like 2 years.
man.
Like, yo, what you been up to? I don't know. And they're like, hey, like, are you on Facebook? I'm like, I mean, I have Facebook. Like, the pictures on Facebook right now are from like 3 years ago when me, Cam, and our friend Bukala went to Florida. That's like my background picture when I'm in Miami. That was like 2016, I think. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff because it's just such a burden on society, and social media, Instagram, like Twitter, like it keeps our eyes glued to screens and at these lives. Shout out to Drake, like at these lives that people fantasize about, yet these girls are living on mattress floors and they're just being pimped out, or like these guys are just doing things, they're renting places and they're just living lies, and they're feeding these to these young kids, and these young kids don't go outside. You know, like young kids don't play outside. Like, they don't play tag. They don't play like duck goose. They don't go outside and flip off like sheds and tables like I used to do. Like, they don't bike ride. Like, all these cats do is play Fortnite and
Overwatch
on IG or whatever. I'm just like, bro, like, these kids can't even write a proper sentence. Like, I'm reading emails. This one girl emailed, every word was capitalized. Not word, but like every first letter of like each word was capitalized. I was like, is this a proper sentence? And she had like no connecting words. No, she had like no like is or and or the. It was like, I go here where the bus at. I'm like, what? Like, what?
Texting, that's another thing too. That whole texting, it kind of distorts your whole language.
Yeah.
People don't know how to turn it off when they're really writing.
Yeah.
Something. So it's
like,
crazy.
like at work, like people send emails like they're texting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, you know, like how like when you text, you like misspell words and, you know, like shorten words. Like, that's how they're like emailing. I'm like, yo, bro, you gotta learn how to turn it on, turn it off. Like, when you at work, you gotta be professional. Like, you gotta learn how to communicate professionally. That's not professional. But
Very true.
going back to what Frank said about keeping it a mystery, you guys know me. I don't have any. So, well, let me not say any. I don't have a lot of social media. I don't have an Instagram. I never had one. I don't intend on making one. I never had a Snapchat. Never had a Twitter. I do have a Facebook, however, I did not make it myself. I still remember till this day how it happened. I was a freshman in college. Shout outs to UA. And then my roommate was like, yo, what's your Facebook? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like,
I remember that day. I remember that day,
and,
son.
like, you know, like, he told me what it was. And back then, I guess it was more like, so like what he told me, he was like, oh, it's like an internet website where you can like meet like people at your college and like you can ask about like books and shit like that. So like he made it seem more about like a college thing than like more about like connecting with the people at your college and like in your classes and shit like that. So he was like, so like that. I'm like, oh, all right, that sounds cool. And again, I didn't even make it. Like, he made it for me, whatever, blah blah blah. So
Initially,
I still have
started,
it
right.
to this day, and it's obviously evolved or maybe devolved into nothing about students in college and things like that, whatever, blah blah.
I definitely remember.
But yeah, so I have that. I don't really use it. I never post. I never take. I don't take pictures of myself, which is why I guess I don't have an IG, because like I mean I don't know, man. Like I feel like for what? I don't need it and I don't want it, and like I feel like people do it for like two reasons. One, because they just want to take pictures of themselves and like show the world what they're doing at every second of the day, or two, they're that and they want to see what other people are doing. Like they're like nosy, whatever. And I'm not either of those things. Like I don't care about what you're doing. If I did care, me and you can hang out and I'll ask you then, or like I'll text you like, hey, what's up? What's going on? I don't want to go through your page. Like I don't know how it works, so I may be saying something wrong, but like I don't want to like scroll down and see what you've been doing like the past 2 weeks or blah blah blah. And like Snapchat, Frank, like you were saying, when you're on vacation, like people like always taking videos of themselves, always Snapchatting, whatever, instead of like living in the moment. But like, yeah, like I just don't understand, like why do people feel like they need that validation? And I think that's a important topic in like mental health. It's like people need to feel validated, so they do post these things and like, hey, look at me,
Shout out to
I'm
Kevin
cool.
Durant.
Or hey, look at me, I'm taking a vacation, I'm in Cuba, I'm in Jamaica, or whatever. Or hey, look at me, I'm doing this for this person. So like, and like even when they post positive stuff, I'm not gonna say like all the time it's about this, but like I feel, because like I have watched the videos where like people could be like, yo, hey, look, I'm doing something positive, I'm like helping this person out, but like one can ask you like, are you doing that positive thing and making a video of it so people can like tell you, hey, you're doing something great? You know what I'm saying? Like instead of just doing it low key and like just you knowing that you did something positive and that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know, man, but I don't have social media. I don't really care for it. I know like it can serve some like positive purposes, you know, because like people want to like promote their businesses and nowadays it's more about, you know, like people like doing things on their own. So like social media is a great platform to like let people know like, yo, my product is good, or yo, I'm doing this, yo, I'm doing that, and yo, that's awesome, blah blah blah. But my point is like I feel just a lot of people are addicted to social media, and like it puts like a certain pressure on people, and you know, like I don't know.
I agree. I mean, it's all about finding that validation and that sweet spot.
I agree.
We have to strive in our own rights to really find our own self-worth, because I think that's what people are really looking for, self-worth.
Exactly.
And it's judged by likes, and if they don't have that, then they feel worthless. So, you know, we are growing up around a generation that is all about self-validation and instant gratification.
Facts.
And like those two things don't mesh well. That's why we have a lot of young people on medication or like they're depressed, or they're
committing
anxious,
suicide,
things
etc.,
like that. Exactly. So you know, like the beast of social media is a double-edged sword.
Exactly.
It's great for, you know, like awareness and like, you know, like promoting issues both foreign and abroad, but it's also has drawbacks of people, you know, just getting surgery because their lips are too small, or their butt's too small, or their boobs, or they need a nose job, or they don't have any friends. So I think it's important just to really take time out your day and write down what you're grateful for. Like take a minute and write down 10 things of what you're happy that you did today, or like what you're grateful for. You know,
Right.
And then you can just keep a journal and say, okay, wow, I was really happy that I walked 5 miles. I was happy that I bench pressed
225 that day. I was happy that I stopped the kid from fighting. I was happy that I got all my work done. You know, da da da. You look back like, yo, I have some consistencies here, like, and some things that you didn't hit, like you'll strive to hit the next. Like, oh, I did that on Tuesday. I'll make sure that I hit it next Friday or whatever. So, you know, we have to take ways to step back and really reconnect with ourselves. I think that's the most important part.
Definitely, and I want to challenge people to like actually be conscious of them putting their phone down and just actually living. You know what I'm saying? Just challenge yourself. Delete all the apps off your phone that you feel is distracting. Pick up a book, write something, go learn something new. You know what I'm saying? Like me, sometimes a lot of times delete apps off my phone because I find myself like, yo, I'll pick up my phone just to go on there, and I'm absolutely no reason to go on there. So I would literally delete the app off of my phone just so I can like go do something else. Like I learned how to juggle the other day just because I did that. So you know,
what you juggling, Frank?
Just to find little things. Like, you know, 3 little balls just to work on my hand-eye coordination so I can shoot better. You feel me? So next time I'm really gonna be cooking. Anyway, but like yeah, like I just want to challenge people to actually live in the moment and find a balance. Like I understand you want to be on your phone sometimes, but just find a balance.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just 15 minutes to put your phone down and then gradually make it 20, then make it an hour, you know, just put your phone down. There's no need to be talking to people every 30 seconds. Like, you're not missing anything.
Yo, exactly. And, like, thanks for reminding me. But, like, I was talking to, like, a friend of a friend. Like, I was chilling with my friend, and he brought me around his friends, and we were just all chilling and talking about blah. And they were, like, surprised because, like, the topic of social media came up. I mean, obviously, because I guess that comes up in every combo now. But, like, they were surprised that I didn't have any Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, blah, blah. And, like, one of them asked me, like, why, whatever, you know. And I told them the same reasons I just told you guys, blah, blah. And then I asked her, no. And then she followed up with, but, like, you don't feel like you're missing anything? And I'm like, no, like, no,
Right.
like, for real.
2018.
What?
No, I said that's 2018 for you.
Yeah, but like, I'm like, no. And then like, she was like, yeah, like, I feel like if I don't check Instagram or Snapchat, like, I'm just missing out on something. And I'm like, on what? And like, she couldn't tell me. She was like, she was like, I don't know. And I'm like, no, for real though. She was like, I don't know. I'm like,
I believe you.
So think about that though. Like, if you can't even like define or articulate what it is you think you're missing, like, then is it really that important? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man,
come on.
Everybody dies, but not everybody lives, man.
Yo,
Talk that talk.
word. But yeah, I agree with Frank. I'm like, yo, like, I do want to challenge people, like when you get home from work, just like put your phone down and like, you know, just like relax or whatever for like a half hour or like an hour or whatever.
Or call your moms. Like,
Word,
you know what I'm saying? Like, do something productive.
Yeah, like, we don't need to be attached to our phone 24/7. Like, I know a lot of people use it for a lot of important things, and I'm not, you know, saying, you know, throw your phone in the garbage, whatever. I'm just saying, like, you know, take a break from it. Like, and then, like, I feel like you'll learn something new, as you said, or you'll learn to just learn how to, like, live with yourself. Because it's important to be comfortable with just yourself.
Just appreciate
Exactly.
life.
Like, just take a step back, lay back, whatever, and just, you know, just take a deep breath and not worry about who's texting you or not worry about what you're missing or if you're missing anything. Like, I want people to, like, you know, because, like, now they have this, like Instagram cleanse or, like, Snapchat cleanse or, like, a social media cleanse where, like, they get, like people like taking, like, a week off, right? Well, I mean, I don't know. But, like, yo, I think that's good. Like, take a week off from IG or from Snapchat, you know, like, and see how that week goes, and like you'll end up seeing how much time you actually spent on social media, and like you'll do something new and you'll learn something new, or like you'll read a book, and books are great because books teach you something new too, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I think it's cool just to take a step back from, like, social media.
I agree. Well,
Yeah, man.
I think definitely a great way to end it. We'd like to thank you guys for listening to episode 3 of this pod. I'm your boy Franklin.
It's your boy Josh, you already heard.
Yes, Mac. Hey, man. Be grateful for living another day, and have gratitude for being able to be better.
Negus.
See you next week.
You already heard, baby.
Negus, niggas.